Thank you, Mr. President. The International Federation for Human Rights and ALQST for Human Rights view this UPR as a litmus test to the Saudi authorities' genuine intention to improve the dire human rights situation. We welcome the endorsement of several recommendations pertaining to the ratification of international human rights treaties, including the International Convention for the Protection of All Persons from Enforced Disappearance. The authorities ratified the treaty and ended the practice of enforced disappearance, including for Mohammed al-Qahtani and Abdulrahman al-Sadhan. We commend the acceptance of recommendations pertaining to the cooperation with UN special procedures, as well as calling for the Saudi Human Rights Commission to abide by the Paris Principles. Yet, while accepting recommendations is a necessary first step, it will not on its own bring about change, as exemplified by the third cycle of Saudi Arabia's UPR, during which the kingdom accepted, but did not implement, key recommendations pertaining to freedom of expression, torture and ill treatment, and women's rights. In order to avoid a similar scenario following this fourth cycle, it is now vital for Saudi Arabia to grant country access to independent monitors, including UN procedures and human rights organizations. We also express deep concern at the rejection of vital recommendations. The inconsistency of the mission in not accepting recommendations calling for the ratification of the ICCPR, whereas it accepted to ratify core human rights treaties to which it is not yet party, as well as the contradiction between Saudi Arabia's pledges to strengthen cooperation with UN special procedures, while at the same time refusing to refrain from reprisals against human rights defenders for their interactions with UN rights mechanisms. In the context of upcoming Human Rights Council elections, we call on all states to not turn a blind eye to the horrendous human rights situation in Saudi Arabia. I thank you.
Thank you.